Hello, everyone, and a beautiful soul family out there. Hope you're all doing very well today. My name is Meg, and I'm from Maison Jupiter and Beyond Mystic. And welcome to your weekly Beyond Astro forecast. This is where every week I'm very happy to share with you all the astrology for the upcoming week from Wednesday to Wednesday. We see what's going on with the cosmos, and as we know, as above, so below. It affects us here on Earth. Everything is connected. So very excited to get into the astro with you for this week. Very interesting stuff going on. And I know every week I do this forecast, I'm always saying very interesting, or this is a crazy week. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be saying that, but that's just the astrological times that we're in right now. So very interesting as we're going to get into. And we're here on the Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 3 YouTube channel. And from myself and everyone at the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel, we want to say thank you so much for watching and supporting all our shows. We love you all very much. And let us know in the comments how you're all doing this week, today, how it's going out there, because we love hearing from you guys. You're all seeing us share ourselves on the video, and we'd love to see how you're all doing out there. So before we get into any specifics around the astrology, just want to share to please remember you guys to like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Mystic's YouTube channel. We've got lots of great content happening. New show just on Rumble, The Mystical Universe, over on the Rumble channel. Lots of great stuff happening on the YouTube channel and the Rumble channel. So remember to subscribe to our Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. And also, if you'd like to have a personal astrology consultation with me, I would be very happy to do so. And my personal astrology consultations are available over on maisonjupiter.com. And I'm currently offering 1 year personal forecasts, looking at your year ahead with your personal astrological transits. Very fun and interesting to do. And I'm also doing 1 hour birth chart astrology readings. So diving deep into your birth chart and sharing with you the magic and the wisdom of that through the Western astrology. And we've got a discount code, which is all in one word, Beyond Mystic, that you can use to get 10% off your next reading with me if you would like to do that. So, okay, I'm going to share the chart for today and let's get into it. So this is powerful stuff. August 9th, 2023, that's today. And we've got Venus square Uranus exact. Venus, she's at 22 degrees Leo retrograde. Uranus is at 22 degrees Taurus direct, but soon Uranus is also going to be going retrograde near the end of the month. So we're in an exact square between Venus and Uranus today. And this is actually, oops, sorry guys. This is actually something that we had also on July 1st. We had Venus exactly square Uranus. We're having it today, August 9th. And we're also going to be having it in late September as well, after Mercury is done his retrograde and has moved direct in late September. So over the summertime and early autumn, we're dealing with this Venus square Uranus, which is really kind of trippy and interesting. Very much bringing in some shocking events, drama, as we're going to get into. It's electrifying, creative tension energy. So we're going to get into that. Venus, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is the divine, one of the divine feminine heavenly bodies. And Venus in astrology rules our values, divine feminine, money, the financial system, things of physical value. She's also beauty and love and our love relationships and nature. And Venus rules over Mother Earth in astrology. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. And I think I forgot to mention Venus is the ruler of Taurus and Libra. Uranus, being the ruler of Aquarius, is the disruptor and the rebel planet and the ruler of the age of Aquarius, the future, innovation and invention, groups of people, soul family, ETs, anything trippy and weird. Uranus rules what is weird, shocks, surprises, strange things. So with Venus square Uranus, this is a very electrifying time, and it's in a square, which can be a challenging adverse aspect. The spirit is showing me like we're getting basically like an electric shock cosmically to shift our energy. We're getting a lot of activations through this Venus square Uranus, a lot around our personal love relationships, okay, because that's what Venus rules. And I know Julie and I have been talking about that a lot, the Venus retrograde, and even this Venus square Uranus, because we already had the first exact date on July 1st. This is shaking up our values. This is shaking up our love relationships, and we're being tested and electrified, if you will, electrocuted, if you will, in those areas to make some changes and to kind of shake off any stagnation in our personal values around just values of life, our values of abundance, our values of self, and also in our love relationships. I don't know about you guys, but I'm seeing a lot of people around me going through some issues in love relationships. There's breakups happening. So it's really, if things are shaky in your love relationships, know that a lot of people are going through that. And it's probably because of this Venus retrograde going on in combination with Venus square Uranus. So it's not just about shaking up our values and love relationships. It's also shocking events. And we had last week, the day after the full moon in Aquarius, our friend Justin Trudeau Castro publicly announced, the Canadian press office announced that him and his wife Sophie are divorcing. So that was very interesting. We're having already some public breakups, Venus retrograde, of people that are famous or in the public eye, Leo, which is not the most important thing in the world to pay attention to, but it's something interesting that's going on. With that example, with someone who, is the current leader of Canada, and we won't get into that whole rabbit hole, but yeah, so that was kind of shocking in the sense that it happened, and this is the only second Canadian prime minister to have a public divorce while in office. The only other one was Justin's dad, Pierre Trudeau. So I find that very interesting, and interesting to see what is going to come of that. I personally think Justin is going to make another announcement soon around possibly being gay. I'll just say that because there's a lot of Aquarian influence in the chart of Canada and in his personal astrology, but I won't get into that too much here. I did a video on my personal YouTube channel about that yesterday, if you want to hear about that, but just really weird stuff going on as well. This is Uranus. We're going to hear about really weird announcements involving world leaders, what we just had with Justin, involving celebrities, musicians, people in the public eye, because that's all Leo. And that's what Venus is in right now. Square Uranus and retrograde until September 3rd. So we're going to be hearing some strange things, some strange announcements. That's for sure. This can also be shocks and instability, because Uranus, I would say, is the most kind of unstable planet, being as shocking as he is. Some instability in some of the financial systems, which we're already having that, but that's going to continue for the next over a month very intensely. We can hear some shocking news having to do with things around the financial system. And this Venus square Uranus is happening at 22 degrees when it is exact, which is a Capricorn degree. And Capricorn rules governments, politics, power structures, history, rocks, mountains, among many other things, colder climates, darker colors, but it's governments and politics. So our governments, politics, world leaders, again, are very highlighted, very interesting, and some shocks and surprises having to do with them, multiple of them coming up. And Capricorn, 22 degrees being a Capricorn degree is history. So there could be things coming out around our world history coming up today, this week, and next week, as we'll be having this Venus square Uranus. We're working with it for quite a while, till end of September, beginning of October. So really, really interesting as well. And the other thing I want to mention with this Venus square Aquarius, which is not just August 9th, you guys, we're feeling it for this whole week strongly because it's exact this week. Uranus rules freedom and independence as well. So any areas of life where our values, in our values, we're not feeling like we're being honored for who we truly are, our uniqueness, Aquarius, Uranus, that's being tested, and that can really be coming to the surface for sure. So really interesting with that. I want to mention before going any further, let me just bring it up here, you guys, that very excited for this. So on Thursday, August 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got this special show happening on, I believe it's going to be, the Beyond Mystic Rumble channel, and it's going to be called Galactic Origins. It's a special show. There's going to be a special announcement, and it's going to be with Janine, JC, Julie, and Solrita. Again, August 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this is going to be super magical. They're going to get into ETs, disclosure, our galactic origins, and there's going to be a special announcement with that. So you guys are definitely going to want to tune in to that show. Very exciting stuff. So let me go back to the charts here. Okay, so now I'm going to share the chart for August 13th, 2023. Which is Sunday, okay? On Sunday, we're going to be having something very, very special, which is called a cazimi, a Sun-Venus cazimi, okay? And some of you are probably listening to me, Meg, what the heck is a cazimi? A cazimi is when a heavenly body is conjunct the sun. And what is a conjunction? It is when two heavenly bodies are in the same place in the sky from our Earth's perspective. So the sun is conjunct Venus, which we call a Sun-Venus cazimi. And this is a very, very positive, magical aspect. Okay. Cazimis are always very special because it's when something is conjuncting the sun, which is, of course, our most important heavenly body, but it's Venus, the planet of love, currently in the sign of Leo, and it's going to be at a Scorpio degree, 20 degrees. Venus is also a lot about manifestations and our values, of course. So this is a very positive time for manifestation practices. We're also going to be having, and I'm going to talk in the next Beyond Astro about it specifically, a new moon in Leo next Wednesday. So this is within the orbit, within the portal of the new moon in Leo, this sun conjunct Venus, cazimi. So very magical energy around manifesting what Spirit wants me to say is the love of our life. If you're not in a relationship yet, if you make that a focus, there can be some really beautiful people that can come forward in your life if you maybe plant a seed around now, having to do with your love life, romance, also creativity. Leo is a very creative sign, starting a new creative project or restarting a creative project that you've maybe put on hold. Very creative, feminine birthing manifestation energy. So you're going to want to look at where you have 20 degrees in your, where you have 20 degrees of Leo in your birth chart to see if you have any planets at 20 degrees of Leo or within a few degrees off either side of 20 degrees Leo, and what house you have 20 degrees of Leo to see what area of life this cazimi is blessing you, because Venus is about blessings. The sun is also blessings and activation. So this cazimi, I think, is blessing us depending on what area of life it is activating for us. So what I'm going to do, y'all, is in a moment, I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs and share for each sun, moon, rising sign, what area of life this cazimi is going to be activating. Okay, so I'm going to be very happy to share that with you all. And Julie and I did do that on our Astro Woo show for August that's on the Maison Jupiter and Beyond Mystic YouTube channels. But I'm going to do a more short form version here for anyone who may not have heard that yet. But before I get into that, what I also want to mention with Venus is this Venus conjunct Sun cazimi is called a star point. Okay, this is the orbit of Venus. How cool is this, you guys? The orbit of Venus is a sacred, makes the shape of a sacred 5-petal star or rose, some people say. So very, very magical stuff. Venus is very, very special and sacred in astrology and spirituality. This is when Venus meets up with the sun and she's starting a new 8-year cycle. With this Sun-Venus conjunction, Venus is ending an 8-year cycle that began on in August 2015. So would be a good time this week, if it resonates with you, to reflect on what was going on for you August 2015, having to do with love, having to do with abundance, having to do with your values, or having to do with life in general. And are any of those themes or any of those happenings trickling in to this week of August 8th, 2023? Is there anything coming back up for revision, or do you feel like you've completed some kind of cycle? What have you completed since August 2015? This is a very powerful time. It's important to be aware of what you want to create in your life. As I mentioned earlier, this is an amazing time for manifestation, I feel like, especially with this cazimi happening within the portal of the new moon on August 16th. And yeah, it's also going to be this exact conjunction at a Scorpio degree and conjunct Black Moon Lilith, which is an asteroid, a dark goddess asteroid. So for those of you who may not know, Scorpio is the sign in astrology that rules sex. Okay, and Black Moon Lilith is a very sexual asteroid, and she rules our divine feminine, darker, wild nature, wild side. So I'm going to be honest, this is a very steamy and even sexual week. This is a good week for tantric practices with people that are in alignment with you, or, with yourself. There can be some really steamy love affairs going on. People can be feeling more of that Kundalini activation. You guys know what I mean. So that is really highlighted, really sexual, romantic, creative. It's a time to create something with this cazimi, but we're also being blessed in an area depending on where this is falling in our chart. So let's get into that, you guys. I'm going to go through each of the 12 signs and where we're being blessed, what area of life we're being blessed with this Sun conjunct Venus cazimi happening exactly on August 13th, but we're going to be in the energy of it really all week, working with it. And maybe even the coming weeks, we'll see blessings come in from this, because this is very powerful stuff. So for Aries, sun, moon, or risings, this Sun Venus cazimi is happening in your 5th house. Okay. And this is amazing for you, Aries, because the 5th house is the house of Leo, which is fun, romance, and creativity. So, the Sun Venus conjunction is happening in the sign of Leo. Aries, you're having this blessing you in the 5th house of Leo. So this is about romance, creativity, having fun, play, your inner child. You're being blessed in those areas of life. And I'm going to pull a card for you, Aries, of what Spirit has to say around the blessings coming through for you with this cazimi, Sun conjunct Venus. Ooh. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go like this so you guys can see me. And I'm using my Angels and Ancestors cards, which I don't know if I've ever shared these with you guys. Love these cards. For Aries, we've got the Hunter. Look at how cool this card is. Track down your fears and desires. So what I'm feeling from this, Aries are natural hunters and warriors and go-getters. What I'm feeling from this is, okay, we are in a Venus retrograde, so it's not really the best time to officially start a relationship, but could be a good time to kind of, I don't want to say hunt down, but take some action. If there's someone that you like, ask them out on a date. Ask someone out on a date. If you like them, take the action. Move forward with love life or a creative project or doing something fun. Take the action like the hunter, and the hunter spirit is with you guys. Very, very cool. So for Taurus, sun, moon, and risings, this cazimi is happening in your 4th house. So there's blessings coming forward into your home life, family, private breakthroughs, your emotional self and emotional well-being. And Venus is the planetary ruler of Taurus. So this is very, very positive for you having a cazimi involving Venus. So there's blessings in the 4th house of Cancer areas of life coming forward for Taurus, sun, moon, and risings. And I'm going to pull a card for the Tauruses to get more clarity. Wow. She-wolf. And I am wearing a wolf shirt right now. I'll show you guys. Wolf with owls. I love this. Oh, or not owls. It's all wolves. I thought I had owls. So it's so cool. So we got the wolf spirit for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. And we talked about it, Julie and I talked about it in the Astro Woo for this month. Other than this Venus conjunct Sun cazimi happening in your 4th house, there is a lot of transits happening, Taurus, for you guys to have fun and let loose. So unleash the wild woman. And the 4th house is the house of Cancer and is the house of the moon. So working with the moon can be very positive, and there can be blessings coming through with that, the moon cycles. Very, very cool. Okay, and for Gemini, sun, moon, and risings, this sun conjunct Venus is happening in your 3rd house, which is the 3rd house of Gemini. And I'm not showing the charts, you guys, for each of the signs where it is, because that'll just be too much right now. So just showing the main chart for any of you wondering of the time of the cazimi on August 13th. So Geminis, it's happening in your 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini. So blessings coming forward for you in the areas of life that Gemini, the 3rd house, rules, which is social life, local community, social media, communication gifts, short distance travel, cars, and gadgets. So maybe you guys are going to be going on a trip or connecting to new friends. Blessings of new friends or connecting to old friends. Very cool for you, Geminis. And let's see what card message you have for this cazimi. The Oracle. Wow. Wait for important information. And isn't that interesting, Geminis? Because Gemini and the 3rd house of Gemini rules information. So what I'm feeling from this is journaling, poetry, writing. There's information, blessings of information, of you channeling information through your words and your writing that can come through for you, Geminis, with this cazimi. Very, very cool. And we move to Cancers. This sun conjunct Venus happening on August 13th is happening in your 2nd house. Woohoo! This is the house of Taurus, and Taurus is one of the 2 signs ruled by Venus. So Cancer, this is super positive. This is blessings of money, abundance, physical resources, beauty in life, nature, and connection to your values. So Cancers, I absolutely love this cazimi for you happening in your 2nd house of Taurus. Going to be some really nice blessings coming in the next few weeks. And let us know in the comments, you guys, if what we're talking about, if any of this has maybe even started to happen already, because that can very much be the case, because we're just a few days away from this as I'm filming this on August 8th. So, okay, Cancers, what's the message for you with this special cazimi? I get this. Okay, this is freaking me out. I get this one all the time. I swear to God. And last night I dreamt of a huge praying mantis. So, okay, there's a synchronicity. So, Cancers, pay attention because there's synchronicities happening. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. So, move with grace. Could be good for you, Cancers, to maybe do, because Taurus does have a lot to do with the physical body as well, to maybe try some new movement practice. I'm not exactly sure what movement practice a Shaolin master does. If anybody knows, maybe put it in the comments. But, you know, like martial arts or Tai Chi or Nia, these kind of things could be very good for you. Bringing you into the body can help bring these cazimi blessings through, or blessings of physical practices that resonate with you. Be graceful in movement and action. Cancer, sun, moon, and risings. Very interesting. And Leos, beautiful Leos, that out of every sign, I think Leos, this is the best month for you guys, not just because it's one of your birthday months, but Julie and I went into it in the Astro Woo for August. Go listen to that, Leos, if you haven't listened to that yet. It's on the Beyond Mystic and Maison Jupiter YouTube channels. Amazing month for Leos. This cazimi is happening in your first house. So this is huge blessings coming to you, because the first house is you, self, for who you are. People are seeing you, people are drawn to you and recognizing you. People and opportunities are drawn to you. It's an absolutely amazing month for you. Take advantage of this month, Leo, sun, moon, and risings. This is not a month for you guys to just be sitting at home, not being out there. Go put yourself out there, because there's amazing opportunities that want to come forward, Leos. And your card for this cazimi, wow, what a beautiful card. Stargazer. Love it. Set your sights higher. And Leos, that's what you guys are all about. You're the sign that's ruled by the sun, Leos. Okay. So part of the medicine of Leos is your natural leaders and stars of the show. And when you are in your power and you set your sights high, it inspires the rest of us to do that as well. So Leos, I think it's important, if you haven't already, to reflect on, what are you highly gifted at, or what are you called to put yourself out there as, and maybe set your sights even a little bit higher. And Leos usually have their sights higher already, but where do we need to set your sights even higher? Could be good, Leo, sun, moon, and risings, to go actually look at the stars at night with your eyes. Just do some stargazing and receive the activations from the cosmos. That could be very good for you guys. And for Virgos, this cazimi is happening in your 12th house. So this is very special. This is the house of Pisces, Virgos. So spirituality, creativity, and artistic blessings coming forward. Spending time behind the scenes, kind of in private, can bring blessings and wisdom. Spiritual retreat opportunities can be coming forward. You could be blessed through huge breakthroughs in meditation, your meditation practice. And 12th house rules sacred sites. So I think it would be very positive if you have any sacred sites around you, Virgo, or you're going to be visiting any, to do so. Go to some sacred sites or beautiful places in nature. Could be a really good time for that. And the card for Virgos, of course, because it's the 12th house, wise one. Wise one. Grow within your current situation. Wow. I'm hearing very strong, get out into nature, Virgos, and connect with, and you guys are already usually very naturally grounded, but a beautiful, magical place of nature and there's blessings of wisdom that want to come through that connection. And if there's anything that you're struggling with, Virgos, there can be clarity that comes through by going into nature and connecting to our wisdom, because all the filters are out when we're in nature. We're not around technology, we're not around a lot of noise, and there's great wisdom that can come through by doing that. So, okay, Libras, this Sun-Venus conjunction, cazimi, is happening in your 11th house. And Libras, like the Tauruses, this cazimi is very positive because Venus is the ruler of Libra. So very good and lucky for you guys in particular. Excuse me. The 11th house is the house of Aquarius. So this is blessings coming through by going to group events or opportunities to go to like-minded group events coming forward. Being around like-minded people can bring blessings. Learning new Aquarian things. There can be some new Aquarian information or technologies or inventions that you guys get involved with, Libras. All areas of life that you are being blessed in. So Libra, your message for this cazimi: shield maiden, make plans and focus. So similar looking kind of card to what Aries got. They got the hunter and you got the shield maiden. So she's asking you guys, Libras, to make some sort of plan and focus. What do you need to make plans and focus on, having to do with the areas of life that the 11th house of Aquarius rules? So community, groups, maybe there's something you're planning that has to do with groups, group work, shield maiden. Very cool. Also about protection, I feel like, the shield maiden. Okay, and for Scorpios, this cazimi is happening in our 10th house. Yay! So this is blessings coming in through career, work, being seen publicly, Scorpio, sun, moon, and risings, new professional relationships, projects, and opportunity. So Scorpios, it's very much about the work, or our legacy, public reputation, and a lot having to do with purpose too. So blessings coming in those areas of life with this cazimi. And the card for Scorpio, wow, I love this one. Warrior. Isn't that beautiful? Be fearless and stand strong. Such a good message for us Scorpios. We are very, I think we're natural warriors, and it's important for us to stand strong and be fearless because we are natural shadow workers and researchers and truthers in a lot of ways, and that's a lot of energy to hold. So nice, Scorpio. We got the warrior card. Connecting to our inner warrior can be good. There can be blessings of strength coming through and fearlessness coming through for us with this cazimi. So that's exciting. And Sagittarius, this cazimi is happening in your 9th house, Saggy, sun, moon, and risings. And the 9th house is the house of Sagittarius. So I'm seeing this very, very positive and lucky for you, Saggies. This is your home house this is happening in. Lucky, ducky blessings, as I like to say, coming through, having to do with foreign travel or foreign people, higher learning, courses, course opportunities, learning new subject matter. That's very important. Blessings of new mentors or teachers or guides coming forward, if you've been calling that in or wanting that. And publishing opportunities. The 9th house is the house of publishing. And also 9th house rules higher consciousness, is naturally expanding, which, like, as if you guys already need that, but you Saggies are getting that even more. So really nice cazimi blessings coming forward for you all. And your message, Sagittarius, is Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. Wow. So Mother Earth is saying that her spirit is very much with you all. And Saggies love to travel. So maybe you're traveling to a new place in Mother Earth and feeling the love of Mother Earth around this cazimi. Or similar to the Virgos, go out and spend time in nature. on August 13th or around then. There can be beautiful blessings, breakthroughs coming through for you guys. Very, very nice card. Okay, and Capricorns, Cappies, this Sun conjunct Venus is happening in your 8th house. So this is the house of Scorpio. Blessings of investments, merging and working with others, being able to receive, opening up to receiving, emotional healing, emotional insights, psychological healing and insights, and spiritual healing. This is a great time, Capricorns, to do some spiritual or emotional healing work proactively, but there can also be opportunities coming in that regard as well. Blessings coming in all of those areas that the 8th house rules that I just mentioned for you, Cappies. Very cool. And your angels and ancestors card, Capricorns, for this cazimi is Hermit. Makes sense. Retreat and recharge. And the 8th house is not necessarily like a hermit house. That would be more of the 12th house of Pisces. But the hermit knows how to go within. The hermit knows how to take a step back and reflect and recharge. And I feel like the 8th house is asking Capricorn placements to take the time to do some healing work, retreat, recharge, maybe go on a spiritual retreat, even if it's just for 2 days. I know you guys are very, very hard workers. You like to be active. Go recharge, rest. There's some emotional, psychological, spiritual healing to process for sure. Very cool for you guys. And Aquariuses, this cazimi is happening in your 7th house, which is the 7th house of Libra, which is a Venus-ruled house. So blessings of love relationships and professional relationships and new clients if you work with clients coming forward. This is Venus, one of Venus's 2 home houses. Positive developments in love. If you honor the uniqueness of yourself and your partner with this Venus square Uranus happening at the same time. So beautiful, Aquariuses, if you're not already in a relationship, there could be a new partner coming forward. We are advising, us astrologers advising, wait until Venus is direct, which is September 3rd or 4th, to make a relationship official. But it is a time to experiment, to play, to flirt, to date, to see if something works. So Aquarius, there can definitely be new lovers or suitors coming forward. And interesting, your card is the Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. And I feel like this is a very random card, and Aquarius does rule things that are weird and different. Exchange energy to create abundance. It's funny because I was feeling this for you, Aquarians, about being open to receiving love, being in that energy exchange of love. I've just been feeling that very intuitively for Aquariuses lately, like open up to love, and whatever that means to you, whatever kind of relationship that means to you, because Aquarians rule doing things differently. So maybe it's a different kind of love relationship that you guys want to have. There can be partners that are into those things too, that are out there. It's a time to call it in and honor your values around what works for you, having to do with love and professional relationships. So blessings coming forward in those areas. And for Pisces, last but not least, this cazimi is happening in your 6th house, which is blessings of positive new health choices, routines that are in alignment for you, and blessings in your day-to-day work life. So very nice, Pisces. This is a very grounding house for you, magical Pisces creatures, to have this cazimi happening in. So you're being blessed in the Virgo areas of life, the 6th house. Really good for health, really good for routines and your work life. And your card message, Pisces, for this cazimi, we got this twice, the Stargazer. Set your sights higher, having to do with health, having to do with your routines, your organization skills, and work. In those areas of life, where do you need to set your sights higher? again, like what was the other sign that got this? I forget. Sorry, you guys. But like whatever was the other sign that got this could be really good, Pisces, to physically look up at the stars at night and receive the activation, healing codes, natural energies that we would be doing more if we were more connected to nature, which I think we will be soon. Looking up at the stars and the importance of that can be really good for you guys. So yeah, let me know, everybody, what you think about those little mini cazimi readings for all the 12 signs. And I'm going to do just a general poll for all of us, how to navigate the energies this week with the Venus square Uranus and the cazimi. How can we best navigate the energies of this week? Wow. Okay, so we got the Aquarius card. The energies are shifting. Things may seem weird and shocking news coming out, but this is all part of the process and we can handle it. And I know I say this all the time, you guys, but this is Pluto in Aquarius and Venus square Aquarius. Get into like-minded community. Go to like-minded events and collaborate with others to navigate the energy. We got the solar calm card, which, to be honest, I don't really know exactly what solar calm means, but it makes me feel the energy of the sun and the solar flares and those activations. And it's just making me feel how there's so many things happening at the same time. Just know, you guys, that we are supported. We are held by Mother Earth, by Spirit, by all our ancestors, and by ourselves and our strength. And that all is really well, even though there can be weird stuff coming up. That weird stuff has to happen. And Saturn, the structures of our world are changing, and it is going to look weird, but that's part of the process. And we can lean on each other, like-minded soul family, to get through this, because it's very different, right? When you're someone that's conscious of a lot of the things going on and watching it all play out, it can be really, really trippy. And I'm talking about things on the world stage, because we're not following the mainstream narrative. So reach out to like-minded people and soul family and talk to each other in the comments of this video and the live chat and at like-minded events. And it's so important for us to connect with each other, to navigate these energies while our structures of life, Saturn, are changing at this time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Beyond Astro weekly forecast. And I know I went a little bit over time than usual, but I was feeling to do those little mini readings for the cazimis. So I hope you guys don't mind. Just want to mention again that if you'd like to have a more personal reading with me, that's available at maisonjupiter.com. That's where I've got my astrology consultations. And I think my availability is starting now for beginning of October, if you'd like to have a personal consultation with me. And also, Julie and I did this new version of the Astro Woo show that is called the New Astro Woo. The first new rendition of it is for August, and that is available on the Beyond Mystic and Maison Jupiter YouTube channels. We had a lot of fun doing that, and we went into the astrology of August for the whole collective and all of the 12 signs. So I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and watching. Wishing you all an absolutely magical week with this cazimi. I'm so excited. And this Venus square Uranus. Love you all. And